Welcome to the Fresh Today Wexford Football League. Welcome back, Nicky. It's been a while since we were together. We're back together again. Happy to be back in tonight.
No, I enjoyed last week more with Joe, to be honest with you, Aidan, so it was easier to look at him.
That's not what people were saying around them. They were all looking for me to be back.
No, it's good to be back, Aidan, in fairness.
You did miss me, though, didn't you?
I did. I missed you loads, yeah.
I didn't miss you, but I suppose only one place to start. We had in the FA Cup, we had a big shock with Macclesfield beating Crystal Palace. We had a Rome on in the Fresh Today Cup this week with reunited second team beating Aldgate.
Maybe not as big, considering Crystal Palace were the cup holders. But
I don't know, a second team beating a Division 2 team from Division 5, they're not 5, yeah, 5.
5, yeah. I know, look, a massive win for Brie, wasn't it? A fantastic win for 2-1. One of my own lads, Marty Kelly, getting on the score sheet for Aldgate only after coming back from a long spell out. But a massive win for Brie, wasn't it?
Amazing. I suppose when you look at some of the names on the Brie team, Tommy Kennedy and them, I think you'd be asking questions maybe why is he playing B team, but that's not for me to answer. That's for Brie United, I suppose. And Tommy, he's a bit good for that level of football, I think.
Yeah, look at you would be thinking along them lines. I think to have a few lads after dropping back down out of it in around that squad, in that Brie squad, so it'll be obviously dangerous enough. But look, it's a big defeat for Aldgate. It hasn't been a great year for them. They haven't got off after being so successful over the last 2 seasons, maybe 3 seasons. This year hasn't really gone to plan for them, and I suppose the lads on the line will be scratching their heads looking in, seeing what's going on.
Yeah, I suppose it's a big shout out for the lower divisions in the league that they're capable of doing that. I know yourself, you got caught, sorry for bringing it up, in a 4A team one time.
Yeah.
A B team as well. So these upsets can happen. It's good to have it. We don't have to draw this week because I think there's still a few outstanding games in it.
Couple outstanding fixtures, yeah. So, look, you're dead right there, Aidan, about getting caught on the hop. But we still did get our hands on one. I can't. Can you say the same though?
No, I've never been bet by a lower division team. I haven't been bet in the final either, by the way.
Yeah, well, you were beaten twice in them.
On penalties.
So. But no, look at it's.
3 U Cups though. I forgot about that one.
Huh?
You forgot about the 3 U Cups.
Well, yeah, fair play to you. But look at it's. It is fair play to Brie. Like, obviously there'd been massive outsiders going into it, and to go up to Aldgate, especially up in Aldgate as well, away from home, it's a great result.
I suppose the other big game was the Youths losing the Leinster final to DDCL. Look, we all know they're a powerhouse, but I believe they were unlucky enough. It's not the Dennis Hennessy. I think Wexford should have took the lead in that game, I believe.
Yeah, speaking to both Dennis and Patrick, I didn't get up to the game myself. It was on Wednesday night. We were actually down here with Joe last week doing it, and a massive performance is what I'm led to believe. Obviously DDSL will be raging hot favourites, but the lads from all account put on a massive show, and they were very, very unlucky. A chap, Stephen Wallace, I think was very unlucky not to score a goal. I think it was Stephen anyway, but look at fair play to Patrick. He's putting in an effort with them.
Are they over now? Or
they're gone now.
Oh, they're gone completely.
So yeah, they're gone, and it looks like the Oscar trainers, they're due to train tonight, and they could be out next Wednesday or Sunday.
That'd be the final or semi?
I'll just get it up there now, Aidan, and I'll show it to you. I'll say the Oscar trainers
sometime tonight now.
If I can find the WhatsApp that was sent to me.
Do you ever hear research, no?
I do, yeah. The AUL, Smith Senior League in the AUL is on this Sunday, and then
it's the winners of that.
The final of that, if the Leinster final will be held on Wednesday the 21st of January in Arklow Town's pitch. So that's what it is at the minute. And the winners of that are playing Connacht winners in the All-Ireland semi-final, which is fixed for Sunday the 25th of January. So that competition could be ramping up very, very quick.
Only 4 days from the final to the final.
Yeah, so that it looks like it could be ramping up fairly rapid.
It'll be a busy week and a half ahead for Willie.
Yeah, there will be. He'll have to get the squad together and get going on it.
We'll jump straight into the Premier, the Fresh Today Premier. 3 games. Ferns beating Cortown 3-2 with a late winner. Force Celtic hanging on after another comeback by Crossbeg 3-2. I believe Crossbeg had a Kilted chance to make that 3-all. Mark Heffernan. Joe told me that, Mark, by the way. And then Northern just blitzed the mine 5-0. And I have to say, I was at that game. I did tip for Celtic, but after looking at North End, not solely just because they beat the mine 5-0, but their attitude, their willingness to absolutely try to destroy the mine, even though they had the game won probably after 40 minutes. They just never lit up. I was just impressed from the minute they walked into the place. They were demanding lights be on, dress rooms. They just have a well, I know it's simple things, but it's just their standards. They want everything right. But I was really impressed with them in their warm up. They were just buzzing in the warm up, and I just from the warm up, I thought this could be a bad day for the boys. The surface really suits them. But it's a big thing for me, and you have to hand it to Gary, is to simplify things. There's no complicated formations. It's a 4-4-2. If the ball have to go, I think the boys' last 4 or 5 balls, it was North End that lost them.
Yeah,
that's their attitude. They will put them out into the housing estates or out onto the road to just do the simple things, take no chances as such, but they have seriously quality. And I have to say, there was people look on the app. There was 22 players on the pitch, obviously, all class players in their own right. But the standout for me was a chap I hadn't really seen before, Charlie Conway. I think he's 17, 18 years of age.
Yeah,
he scored 2. He could have probably easily had a hat trick. He was just outstanding from start to finish, and I was actually really impressed with him.
Yeah, well,
the big thing I think I was saying to a couple of people, if you look at their numbers from 1 to 6, if that's your back four, your goalkeeper, and your defensive midfielder, if Willie put that out in the Leinster final next Wednesday night, no one can argue, and I think anyone would find it hard to get a better 6. Loads will come in. Will it improve it? No, wouldn't disimprove it either. Put your Shireen Sinnott in there, he's not going to make it any better, but he's definitely not going to make it any worse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the quality they have, and I think it was probably one of the strongest teams to put out this year, and they looked, and we were saying earlier, their last 3 results, 2-1 win again New Oak, 5-2 again Shamrocks, 5-0 again, 5-0 Shamrocks as well, 5-0 again to mine.
Yeah, no, look at you when you have to look at that North End, as you said, 11 goes 16, 17, it's definitely it's a massive, strong squad. Charlie Conway really impressed me. They played Shamrock Rovers. I thought he was really, really good. In fairness to Graham O'Reilly, he's probably been the best signing they had this year, even though they've signed a couple. He's come in and he's, from what I'm led to believe, he's been really, really aggressive and is always on the front foot. Kieran Page is back now to where Kieran should be, before he picked up that serious injury. So you can only see that North End team getting stronger. When I was looking at the Moyne team, I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit surprised by the team they picked. Whatever about, I know the game was played on the Astro, but the Astro's small, can be tight, you can make it compact, you can make a game physical on it. The Moyne 11 were never going to make it physical. Bar probably Brendan O'Neill, maybe Paddy Barron, none of the rest of them are. Dylan Brown can be, but Dylan's going to come back from a serious knee injury. And it's not, I'm not saying that you want a physical, but if you think you're just going to match up and play football man for man with North End, you're going to be under pressure when they're coming out with 11 players like that. If you're wanting to just, I think going in against North End, you have to be able to mix it with 1 or 2 players. You have to be able to try get them in, wind them up a little bit, take them off their football. And I just look at that North End 11 and I didn't see anybody in it that was capable of doing that.
Yeah.
And look,
not making an excuse, but they had a few, maybe an illness on the morning and a few injuries. Rory Connor, massive loss to him in that department, and then a suspension then with Ryan Mann, but we won't get in with that till another day. That's a county board issue, but I suppose then for Celtics, they're title challengers, 3-0 up. As I said earlier, so we're lucky to hang on. From what I believe, Crossbeg just don't give up, but another good test for Fort Celtic, and they answered it, in fairness.
Yeah, well, it looks like we finished. I had something else to say about North End. We'll move on. And thankfully you did, because I probably would have upset a couple of people if I had look at the Fort Celtic. They're definitely thereabouts in a title challenge, and if you look at it this week, to able to leave Adam Beery on the line and bring Cathal Dowd back in, and I just wanted to say, not a shout out, but young Jack Mullen has probably gone under the radar with a lot of people this year. He'd have scored another 2 goals the weekend.
I believe one of them was a cracker, actually.
Yeah, and that's 9 for the for the season. He's top goal scorer for Fort Celtic's A team. One ahead of Ryan Busher. Do you know, he's only 4 behind Owen Rhodes. And Ivan Megan, I know Ivan is playing centre midfield, but Jack has done really, really well in that, getting in, because we both know, Aidan, that the front 4-5 out that North End or that Fort Celtic have really really good players. So he's doing really well. And look, in fairness to Joe, he's getting a right good tune out of the lads. I genuinely didn't think they were going to go as well. The thing that has impressed me with Joe, not only last week but chatting to him after it as well, Joe would have been very much the same philosophy as you, was football. This year he's not broke away from it completely, but when it's not working, the football, and when he's getting outplayed on football, he's throwing these lads in and he's going route one, and that's really impressed me with Fort Celtic, or with Crossbeck, should I say. And there's very, very few clubs in that in Wexford that have a plan A and a plan B.
Yeah, and in fairness to Joe, you said he will be football, and the team do hold the ball fairly well, in fairness to Crossbeck. But he does have a plan B now and he's willing to use it. And then I suppose Fern's another good win. I know they had Ryan Nolan back from suspension. I think Killian, or can't think of his first name now, Murphy chap, Kieran. Back from Gorey as well. So they look like they'll only improve. Sean Murphy with a late winner from him. Actually, he was very impressive. A couple of games I've seen him up centre forward from. Yeah,
look at like Ferns were probably in free fall for 2 years. And since Martin Redmond left him, they were, I think they finished 4th in the league, and they were in the cup semi-final as well. I think, or was the cup final. One or the other there, a couple under Martin Redmond, and it looked like they were building, and then 2 years down the line they looked like they were going to get relegated. But in fairness, we've given Drew a bit of credit this year, and he's done really, really well, and they look like they're a really solid team there. Like, you have Max Megan back in centre half. They've a midfield there where Shane Breen, nobody likes coming up against him. He's feisty, niggly, player that I suppose you'd love to have with you, but you hate playing against. You know, and then add that little bit of quality with Ivan has been there all year, but with the quality with Kieran and Ryan coming into it, will definitely be a big push now.
Yeah, we won the Division 1, then we had just the 3 games as well. A 3-2 win for Ballymurray against Tumbrack. Campine United 3-all. Campine will definitely see that as a 2 points loss and a point game for United, being 3-0 and up. And Ross Celtic winning 2-0 to continue their march to the title. I suppose North End will have something to say on that, and I suppose a big game in that division at the weekend will be United and North End. United will really find out where they're at. North End were flying, I think the week before, they bet Joseph's 9-0 or something. So it's probably looking at that table, Nicky's probably a 2-horse race for the title, and then maybe a 2-horse race, maybe Ballymurray can get back into it. Yeah, for the promotion, for the
there's one stat on that league table there that actually shocked me when I looked at it the other day. Ross Celtic played 10, won 9, drew none, lost 1, scored 43, but to just concede 3 goals in 10 matches.
And to be still only a point ahead.
So, well, they're still only a point, you know, but North End have a great record as well. They've only conceded 7. But it just goes to prove that if you're tight across the back, you'll win games in Wexford, you know, like, so. And don't forget, like, a lot of lads are only, it's a junior level that we're playing at. So for their concentration throughout 90 minutes and concentrating without conceding goals, and especially when they have the firepower going forward that Ross seemed to have, it's a massive credit to him. But it probably will come down to the two of them, North End and Ross.
It's an interesting division because everyone has, if you look at the table there, everyone has something to play for in it. The relegation, Corey are probably gone by the looks of it, but then Shelburne 8 points, All Blacks 9 points, Tumbrack 10 points, Ratnure 10 points, Joseph's 13. I said Ballymurray getting back into the promotion. They're only under 13 as well. Camp Island United on 15, 16. So it's, you could, if you go on a run either way, you could end up in either a relegation battle or a promotion battle. But I think the title is a 2-horse race.
For me, the title is 2-horse race, and then you look at probably Ballymurray and Camp Isle and Enniscorthy United. I wouldn't write St. Joseph's out of it yet. They don't seem to be scoring, they're conceding it quite a bit. So and the same with Ballymurray this year. So but you'd obviously wouldn't completely write them out of it. But you look at Enniscorthy and Camp Isle, if North End finish first or second, it'll give either the two of them a chance to get promoted this year. So I think that'll be a massive boost it to keep the two of them. Their hopes are going, because whoever finishes third in that could possibly find themselves in the Premier.
And then Fresh Day Division 2, results in that we did 4 games, and that we had a 4-1 win for your own Shamrock Rovers against Forest Celtic, the 2 B teams there. 3 games, and then Fastnet beating Kilmore 3-1, and Ajax getting back to winning ways with a 3-2 win against Glenbarntown. Again, you're talking 3 at the top there: Rovers, Fastnet, Rosslare.
Yeah, in fairness, it was a great win for the boys going. The Rovers lads have put them right back in around that promotion hunt. I know they have a couple of games played more than Rosslare and against Fastnet, so they'll obviously be hoping that Rosslare have had a bit of a long break, that they'll drop a couple of points over the next couple of weeks. But I'm sure Denny Carty won't be allowing that to happen. He's been around years, and he's plenty of experience, plenty big squad down there, so I'm sure he'll have them lads firing when they do come back. So it probably Fastnet will be hoping that they're going to keep the pressure on him and see will Rosslare drop. But I can only see Rosslare Rangers winning it, and I think the other 2 lads could be. Ajax might have a little chance of catching, but I think the other 2 lads, Rovers and Fastnet, could be promotion.
Yeah, and the fixtures in that one this weekend, we've Barntown again, Rosslare, I think that's Saturday night in the Astro, then we've Aldgate again Kilmore, Fastnet again Ajax, be a good game that one, Fort and Clabon, and then Wexford Bows and Breen in on the Wednesday night. I think on the Astro in town we've Clabon and Bows as well, so it's good to see that division is getting their games played and willing to go to evening fixtures. Yeah,
look, sure, it's great. In fairness to Clabon coming in, using it, it's a good using Enniscorthy, sure, like when you have facilities there, all lads want to do is play football. With the weather that they're given this week, there's a strong possibility games might be called off again. A certain amount of them, because pitches can only take so much. But look, it's a massive big game for Aldgate this weekend against Kilmore, because they're just hovering above that relegation battle. So they'll need to pick up something, especially after last week's heavy beating. And you look at Ajax have to get something out of Fastnet. If they're wanting to keep themselves in the promotion hunt, because if Fastnet beat them, I think Ajax are gone out of the promotion hunt. Yeah, and then just a quick look at Division 3. Blackwater actually took up the mantle with Bridge Rovers dropping a point, which is surprising to Gorey Celtic, and Blackwater won 4-3. So it's again, looking like it's a 2-horse race there really. I know Rosstown are in around it as well, but I think, Rosstown 24 points, Blackwater 25, Bridge 32, but I think Bridge still unbeaten, but a bit disappointed with that point drops into Gorey Celtic. Yeah, they will be disappointed, but you know yourself, Aidan, at this time of the year, we chatted a little bit with Joe last year about how do you get over the Christmas, what do you do coming back, how often do you train. It can be very, very difficult. So like obviously you'll be able to forgiving Bridge a little bit on that one. But look, in fairness, Blackwater are definitely going to push them to the pin of the collar. Like it's a derby match. They're both very, very close neighbours. So that one will be interesting to see. I wouldn't mind going to that if it comes down towards the end of the season that there's a league title to be played for. Yeah, look, thanks for that, Nick. Look, we'll get to the other divisions again. I suppose it's your first night back with me, so I'll ask you, good crack in the pub over the Christmas? Yeah, good crack. Good term, Aidan, yeah. So, yeah, I look at it all good. In fairness, Christmas, people plenty good high spirits. No stories to tell us now from any of the players playing in the league or anything have to let themselves go over the win. I had a good chat with Larry Keogh from Rosslare Rangers. He was up drinking with you? No, he wasn't. I met him in another pub in Wexford Town. But as well for you, go out for a drink as well. No, he's on about coming up and having a chat with us on the podcast. You're more than welcome, Larry. That'll be interesting. All right. Cheers, Nick. Cheers, Aidan. Thank you, and best luck to all the teams this weekend in the Fresh Day Wexford Football League.